Hello there. Welcome to another section of the Creative Studio for Appmint tutorial series. In this section, we are going to be learning how to manage our digital assets with Appmint DAM, whereby DAM stands for Digital Asset Management. In this particular section, we are going to be introducing learners to DAM, that is Digital Asset Manager, plus best practices for organizing and retrieving creative assets. 2. You are also going to be learning why DAM is important. That is, why should you use DAM for managing and organizing your assets? 3. We are going to be diving deeper into the practical aspects of the Creative DAM, whereby you're going to see how you can upload files to the Creative Studio DAM system for you to be able to manage and organize your assets. Finally, as the learner, you are going to be having an activity whereby you upload and organize 5 assets, applying the appropriate folder categories and names for your assets. Without much further ado, let's get started. So what exactly is the Creative DAM? The Creative DAM, which stands for Digital Asset Management, is actually a core component in Appmint that allows you to organize, upload, and manage your files. And we have, if you've checked with the one in which we previously talked about, we show how we are able to use the file section from here for digital asset management. But unlike the files that you can find in the home page of your Appmint account, the Creative Studio DAM, so this is actually the files, which is the DAM in the account section of your Appmint dashboard. But the Creative DAM, unlike this files that is here, so the Creative DAM is more extended. That is, it provides more, is another powerful way for you to be able to manage and organize your files, in which we are going to see shortly how you can able to do that. Then the next question is, why is DAM important? The Creative Studio DAM is quite important as it centralizes all your creative assets, thereby making it easier to find. That is, if you have a lot of files, maybe it could be pictures, videos, audios, it could even be PDF that you have and you want to be able to organize everything in one single place. The Creative Studio DAM is a place that you can actually upload all of your files and you can easily organize it. So the second one is that it improves searchability. So that is, if you have a particular, let's say you have a lot of files in your Creative Studio DAM and you want to be able to look for a certain file, with the way that the Creative Studio is being organized, it will be easier for you to search through and locate your files easily. So then the third one is that it enables team collaboration by sharing asset security. So that means if you are building a website with Appmint, as Appmint also allows you to collaborate to work on a project. So with the Creative Studio DAM, you can also share files in between your other team members. So thereby it makes it easier for you to be able to share files securely and easily with each other. Having said that, now let's move to the practical aspect and see how we can make use of the Creative Studio DAM to manage and organize our assets easily. Now, for you to be able to access the Creative Studio DAM, so I'm inside my account dashboard. All I have to do is go to the site. So previously in the previous module, we've created our first Appmint website for our site. So here I'm going to also be using the same first Appmint website for this particular Creative Studio DAM's practical section that I'm about to show you. So then the next thing that you're going to do is click on View Dashboard, which is going to open a new tab and take you to the dashboard of the first Appmint website that we created in our previous module. So when you get to the dashboard, so now when you get to the dashboard, you are going to be presented with something like this of this screen, which shows that you are in your Appmint website dashboard. So then the next thing that you're going to do is you click on applications. So from the applications, you have the Midflow Designer, Template Editor, and Creative Studio, just like we did in the previous section where we talk about using Creative Studio to create amazing graphics. So then the next thing that you're going to do is you click on Creative Studio. Now, having clicked on Creative Studio, you are going to present it with this screen. So this is the Appmint flyer that we did in the previous section. So all you have to do is to click on the plus sign. And when you click on the plus sign, a box is going to pop up as if you want to create a new graphics file. So the most important thing that we want to do is to show you how to use the Creative Studio DAM. Now, we are not going to be designing in this particular section as we have done that previously. So for you to be able to access the Creative Studio DAM, the next part that you're going to do is you move your mouse to the Files section. So when you click on Files, which is the file manager, you are going to be presented with this particular screen. So this is the Creative Studio DAM that we are looking for, which is the digital asset management. So with this creative DAM, you can easily organize, upload, and manage your files easily. So for instance, I'm going to be so now, for instance, let's say I want to build a website for a restaurant business. So it's something that we can actually as manage and organize our asset from this using this particular one. So for yours to be able to do that, I can have a folder called Home, another folder called About Us, Contact Us, Services, and the likes. So in each of these folder, I can now upload the images that I want to be using on that particular home page. So let's say I create a new folder called Home, and then the pictures that I want to use for the home page of that website, I can move it into the home folder from inside my Creative Studio. So the same thing, I can also have another folder outside of these 4 folders and create another folder called marketing. So this marketing means that if I want to be promoting the business on social media, so this marketing folder is the folder that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be moving all my marketing materials into, so, and etc, etc, etc. So they are the opportunity is actually limitless with what you can do with the Creative Studio DAM. So how can you now, the next thing is, how can you now create a new folder inside your Creative Studio DAM and organize your assets easily? So for you to be able to do that, all you have to do is to click on the plus sign here. So previously I have this social media folder, so I'm just going to delete that so that I can have only this goods folder. So I'm going to delete that, and so once I delete it, I'm not going to be having any folder again. So now let me open the files. If I should open the files, so now let's say I want to build a website for a restaurant business. So it's something that I can actually create the folders here. So I'm going to click on the plus sign here. So which means I want to, and if I want to add a folder, so if you want to add a file, you click on file. If you want to click add a folder, you click on folder. In this case, I'm going to click on folder. Then you give it a name, so I can call it home, and then click on add. So when you do that, you are going to be having a folder called home inside your Creative Studio DAM. So once this refreshes, now I have a home folder. Then I can also create another folder and call it about, and then I'm going to have the folder here called about. Then I'm going to also be having let's say services, or let me just stop at this folder and call it contact. So when I have the contact folder, I'm also going to be having it. And the last folder that I want to create is marketing materials. Marketing materials. That is, this is where I want to be uploading all the assets that I want to be using for my marketing. So now I have all these folders there. So the next part that we're going to be looking at is that how can you manage and organize your files into there. So all you have to do is to click on the folder that you want to upload your files to. So now I'm in the home, just like you can see, from the root to the demo to the home. So then I can now upload the files that I want to move into the home. So I'm going to click on the plus sign here. I'm going to click on the upload rather sign, the upload sign, to upload my asset, and then select files. So then I'm going to look for so let me say I want to have this picture on my home page. So I'm going to upload this picture for the home page. Then when I'm done, by the time you come back to the folder, you'll be able to see the picture that you upload to that part. So now you can see that I now have the Facebook it's this picture for my home. So if I want to upload another folder, I can also click on the upload, and I can, and I want to use this picture for the home, so then upload. So I can also upload 2 pictures at once in there. So when you upload this and you refreshed, so by the time you refreshed and I click on cancel, now I have this folder, I have these pictures inside my folder. So the same thing, if I want to go to about, you can also upload the picture that you want to use in your about as well. Click on the upload, then select the files that you want to upload there. So I'm going to just let me upload any file there. So then when you are done uploading the file, so ensure that it's actually completed the upload. Then you can refresh to see if the picture is actually done. When you refresh, you should be able to see it there. And then Now you have it here. Then the same thing, you can also upload to contact as well. So now let's say I have the marketing materials as well. So I'm going to upload the picture that I want to use for my marketing. So remember, if you want to upload picture, you click on the upload. So the plus sign here is for adding a folder, while the upload is for uploading your materials. So I'm going to upload the so let me say I want to use this picture for marketing, increase brand awareness. So and it's done. So I'm going to refresh to see if it's going to show here. So when I refresh and it shows, that means the picture is done with the upload. So now it shows there. So I'm going to click on it. And then right here, that is how to actually organize your marketing material. So let's say you now want to use your picture elsewhere. So all you have to do is to click on files. So depending on the picture that you want to use, so yes, say you are working on the home page, you can easily go to the home page, and then you will be able to see all the pictures that you want to use for your own page. And if you want to insert it, you just click on this, and then you'll be able to insert it in your marketing material. So that's how to upload files to Creative Studio DAM, and how to also organize the images into folder. And also you can as well rename your digital. You can rename your folder or your files to make it, to improve it for the searchability. So the activity that is going to be for you as a learner is that you are going to just like I did, whereby I create 4 folders. So you're also going to be creating a folder from your own end there, and you're going to organize just 5 assets for you. So in this case, you can have just 3 folders or 4 folders depending on your convenience. But the minimum asset that you are going to be using is the 5 assets, and then you apply the appropriate folder category, just like I did for the practical section here, and then you also give the file names as well. So that's going to be for the Creative Studio DAM, which is the digital assets management. And if you have any question, feel free to leave a comment or visit Appmint and the contact section, or the contact page on Appmint to contact, and you'll be able to, all your questions will be answered. To see you in the next section.